up, YouTube? I'm going to show you guys today how to set up Limelight, which is, or I should say Limelight-Pi, which is game streaming software used to stream from your NVIDIA GTX 6 or 700 series graphics card to, in this case, a Raspberry Pi. There's other variants for it for Linux, Windows, and even Android phones, but this one specifically covered for the Pi because I'm currently working on it. So what you'll need for this is obviously a graphics card, an NVIDIA graphics card with GTX 6 or 700 series. I'm not 100% sure if all of them work, but if they don't, it's 600 or 660, 760 plus. So there's that, and then obviously you need the Raspberry Pi. And in terms of hardware, that's all you need. Second of all, what you need is some software. First off, you're gonna need PuTTY, which is just to save some time and SSH it from just your computer anyways, and what's called WinSCP, which is FTP client. So pretty much it just saves you from actually having to work on the Raspberry Pi itself. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is turn on my TV because I actually have the power for the Pi running off of the TV, so it'll power up when it does. See? And I'm using a wire connection on it, so I'm just gonna wait for the drivers to kick in and everything for the network to set up. In the meantime, so what I just did is I just set up users so I don't have to type it in every time. So you can see I have a Pi in PuTTY and one called Pi in WinSCP. It just saves me from typing in 192.168.1.107, which would be the IP address to my Raspberry Pi. So first of all, you're gonna have to download all the links I give you in the description, and then what you want to do is, in WinSCP, like I said, you want to find the IP address on your Raspberry Pi, whether you want to run a Unix line. I guess I'll put it in the description for you. Or, sorry, my phone keeps going out of focus. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Or if you want to look into your router settings and see what your connected devices are, you could also find it like that. But in my case, it's .1.107. So, just go ahead and log in. Put in the password. Default password and username is Pi username password Raspberry. So what you want to do, I'll go to my downloads, wherever the hell those are. Anyways, blah blah blah. You want to extract the Limelight jar and the javainstaller.tar. For sake of easy convenience down the road, I just named the Java jar, or tar I should say, just Java install, and Limelight just limelight.jar. It's just easier to work with when you're using the command line. So you want to switch those into home/pi directory, and once you got that, you're just close off whatever WinSCP. Your next thing is to log into PuTTY. So you want same thing, log in using the same IP address and same username and password. And this will bring up the SSH line. So type in sudo su, and that will bring you into the home/pi directory, which is where you just extracted everything. You want to type in tar x zxvf, I think it was, but I'll double check that in the I'll double check that and then post it in the description or make an annotation or whatever. But you want to do that, and then type in Java install, or whatever you name the zip file. And this is where I say it comes in handy, because the actual name that comes default is just hyphenated and whatever nonsense. So javainstaller.tar.gz, and then you want to give the argument capital C / opt, and that will install the newer Java 8 onto your Pi. I'm not going to do that just because I've already done it. And then what you need to do is sudo, well, after that's done, it's going to take like literally, it'll take a couple minutes. Apt-get install libopus 0, spelled libopus 0, and it'll install. It should already be installed and everything and whatnot, but just in case, do that. And then in terms next, what you need to do, restart your Raspberry Pi after you got everything done installing and whatnot, and then SSH back into it, and you want to run java -jar limelight.jar, or whatever you named your Limelight. You want to use the option pair, and then you can either do one of two things. You can either ipconfig and find out your IP address, which is, like, it doesn't really matter that I'm showing you. Everyone freaks out. This doesn't actually matter. So you can either type in, pair 192.168.1.115 for my example after the pair, or you can type in your host name for your computer, which by default is your username. So in this case, @beast. I take pride in my computer. So ATE, and then -PC, just like that. And like I said, this is default for whatever your username is as your host name on your network. So I just hit enter. But in my case, it tells me it's already paired. But at that point, GeForce Experience will ask you if you want to accept or decline the pair, and obviously you want to accept it. Next, you can just hit up to bring back the last command, and just get rid of the pair option, and type in your definitions you want to play it in. So either 1080 or 720. And then you also want to hyphen the FPS, either 30 or 60. 30 is usually console, 60 is obviously higher end PC. So 60 FPS. So the best resolution as of right now, obviously, is 1080p at 60 FPS. So this is what your command line would look like to have it look the nicest. And this is obviously according to your, depending on your router, your PC, and whatever. I also have my my Raspberry Pi overclocked a bit. It's at 900, but either way, it's not like it does anything much on the Pi itself, and you'll see that in a second. So once you run that, so look at this starting app. Actually, I'm gonna move this real quick. You can just see Steam just popped up really quick. Oh, something went wrong there. It's probably because I'm using 1080. So if you, like I said, if it just gets stuck, Control Z is the default terminator. So I'll try 720. It'll most likely work better. It'll actually most likely work, I should say, period. Close Steam, run that again. Weird. I don't know what's going on now. Oh, it looks like my GeForce Experience actually was closed. Try that again. Oh, I misread. It thinks it's minimized. Strange. I'll exit Steam. Yes, sorry. I don't know, this literally just worked. Well, it's working, so I'm not complaining. But, I'm not 100% sure why it's spitting an error at me, but this should actually go to show that even if you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, it doesn't necessarily mean you're doing anything different, or it doesn't necessarily mean you're not doing anything different, because apparently, look, that third time was a charm. There's my Pi. Here's, and look at the, like, even though it's giving me errors, check the, bong. But yeah, check out the, delay is just slight. So it's completely playable, I'd say. If you want to check it out, between the keyboard. So, fully functional. As you can see, obviously, something that's running at 900 megahertz couldn't even process this, so I don't even want to open a game at this point to just, like, you know, show you guys. You should just take my word for it at this point. But, anyways. So, as you can see, it's really smooth, so it'll still animate like it's running on your computer pretty much. So, there you go. No lag. Well, I mean, like, there's a slight delay, but that's not really worth bitching about if you can play downstairs on your, like, your 58-inch or whatever the hell you know you fancy kids have downstairs. But, so there you go. Let me know what you think. Like it if you liked it. Dislike it if you dislike it, I guess. Let me know if I left anything out, too, because it's, like, late. I guess Steam doesn't want to tell me. Oh, look at that. It does tell me. It's 4:21 a.m. So, like, yeah, it's late. So, like I said, just let me know if I left anything out. I'm more than happy to help. Peace.